Yo, what's going on, guys? Me, KingStix. I'm going to be showing you how to play some Kog'Maw Jungle and hyper carry. It's actually pretty strong, kind of similar to Twitch Jungle in terms of damage output, but slightly higher. Obviously, you don't have invisibility. I got my ward down, and now I'm going to go ahead and reset. Apologies for the sound. Somebody has the blender on right now, I believe. Seems like it's been on for 5 or 10 minutes at this point, but whatever it is, it must be fake. Alright, anyways. So yeah, Kog'Maw's all like Twitch. He's very squishy. He has high damage, a little bit more damage than Twitch, and you normally want to start on red buff. You can start on blue, but preferably red buff. You'll normally have to start with your bot lane though, and start W. Doesn't look like we're actually going to get a leash at all, so I'll show you guys what it looks like when your teammates abandon you and someone has a blender on in the background. So buckle up and let's go. Alright, so we're going to get our red buff here. And then we're going to go do our blue and Gromp. We didn't get a leash, so we took quite a bit of damage, a lot more than I would have liked to. That's alright. Everyone's giving it their best efforts, so we're going to give it our best effort by muting everyone so we can hyper carry. We're going to take Q at level 2. Auto attack Q, W. Kite it out. It'll do lots of damage. And by the time you finish taking double buffs plus Gromp, you should have plenty of HP to gank. As long as your HP is above half, you should be able to gank at level 3. I don't like ganking level 2 on Kog'Maw unless I can come really far behind the person. If it's like a melee champion or something, then it can work. Okay, gonna go ahead and pop double potion. We have our E now. I wouldn't recommend playing Kog'Maw to something like a Xin Zhao or a Zed. Or, no, I mean, not Zed Jungle, but if it's like a Xin Zhao or what's another one, like Olaf, you might have some trouble early game. Trying to get my E behind her, get out of Q, stay on top of her with my lethal tempo. There we go. Riven didn't get an assist. That's just how it is though. When you're playing Kog'Maw, you're gonna have to hyper carry. We're very low and we don't have flash. I'm gonna need Riven to help me there. Good job. Pushed him off. I'm trying to soak some of this golden XP as I kite back. This minion wave is absolutely enormous. And it's gonna crash. I'm gonna go ahead and reset. If you do blow your flash and lose a lot of HP in the gank, then I would recommend just going ahead and resetting. You don't need to fight for scuttle. If you're low on HP, you're gonna get yourself killed. We're gonna go ahead and go for red smite. It's gonna be very important for soloing. We're gonna pick up a pink ward and we're gonna get back out there. We can set up a full clear after you have your skirmisher saber, or if you do go for stalker's blade, which I don't recommend. You can start taking raptors super easily, and we're gonna blow through these golems as well. Alright, yeah, apologies. I think it's actually the vacuum in hindsight is what it is. If I die, I'll go. I don't think they realize I'm recording. If I die, I'll go out there and let them know. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, once you have your red smite, blue smite, you should be able to AoE clear a little bit easier. You can use your E to wipe out the little golems. I'm not going to worry too much about that last guy. The camp's going to reset anyways. Once again, Hunter Talisman gives you a lot of AoE damage, to where it gives you that big AoE burn, a lot of mana regen. My mid laner's missing. If he was level 6, I'd gank him and let him ult me. Kite out your camps. If you don't know how to kite, I wouldn't recommend Kog'Maw Jungle. It's a lot like Twitch, to where if you can't kite, you're just going to die non-stop. And you actually scale really, really well. You have a couple different item builds you can go. My favorite one is Blood Razor into Rage Blade, or Blood Razor into Nashers. Both are really good options. Our team is a little AD heavy with the Riven and Caitlyn. And Blood Razor does physical damage, to where I think I actually want to go Nashers and skip out on the Rage Blade initially. I'll get Rage Blade after Nashers this game. Nashers gives you a lot of attack speed, a lot of stats. This Vayne's gankable. We have our oracles on, and we know this area isn't warded, so we can wait for a second. Got him. Go ahead and shove the wave. Vayne's dead. Might as well dump this in. We'll try to let Riven get as much of the gold as possible. Just trying to make sure this gets pushed in time. Realistically, Riven could have backed, and that would have worked too, because it would have pushed towards her. At this point, though, we're too deep to stop. And if you are doing this, if your teammates are freaking out and pinging you off, then you'll have to stop, otherwise they might AFK. As long as you're not like trying to last hit them out of their hands, and they usually don't care too much, and they kind of start to understand. It's usually the lower elo you are, the less understanding they are of the situation, because they may not understand what's happening or why it's happening. When Vayne just missed out on a wave and a half of minions, and me and Riven both got a lot of golden XP off of that. Got Scuttle Crab. Looks like they're going to go for Dragon. I can't get there in time. So instead, I'm going to just go invade Volibear and take some of his camps. I wouldn't recommend invading on Kog'Maw until you've at least backed, or unless you have a sizable advantage. You don't have very many good escape options. Very slow champion. Your only escape is hitting them with your E slow, and that's about it. Kog'Maw's kind of, once you're in, and you're not going to get away. So you got to make sure you can win that fight once you're in it. We're going to W, hit it with a Q. We accidentally canceled our auto with that Q. We're going to hit our potion. Going to finish off these golems. And we're trying to time our gank to be here when Riven's ready. Alright, Riven's about ready. This isn't warded. Awesome. Very good. Trying to hit her with my red smite. Didn't quite finish her off. We got really close though. We're going to go ahead and reset. Go to our red buff. Volibear shouldn't be there. I think he reset after Dragon. Lux has been playing around mid lane. Alright. We can now get our Blood Razor. I do think Kog'Maw plays better against melee champs than range champs. I wouldn't recommend against Elise. At the same time, playing him against 𝐒𝐿 is going to be really rough. He kind of plays better versus tanky jungle champions or just early game weak jungle champions. Normally tanks. He could play against Evelynn pre-6 and things like that. You're mainly going to be avoiding 1v1s though. Your 1v1s are pretty shit. Volibear just died. His red buff's up in 50 seconds or less. It's gray. We're going to play around that. Try to be there right when it spawns. We have a full jungle item, and I don't think you'll have one. You normally want to weave in your ultimate in between auto attacks. That way you don't cancel autos, and you can use it kind of like an auto attack resetter. His red buff's up in 15 seconds or less. I'm going to run straight there. Odds are when he leaves base, he's going to go straight forward. Galio has blue buff. That means Galio just killed him, and he had blue buff, so his blue side's most likely down. So if you think about where he's going to go, yep, there he is. How do we know? I guess we're just lucky. He doesn't have full jungle item either. He's going to get destroyed. EQ. Stay on top of him. There we go. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to hop the wall here. Your damage is a lot higher than Twitch. Twitch's damage is arguably better late game because of Twitch R. But early game Kog'Maw damage is considerably stronger. Vayne's missing. I don't know where she went. She doesn't have full item though. She can't really fight me. She might have just backed. She doesn't have many items. You don't want to focus too much on ganking every lane on Kog'Maw. Just focus on the easiest gank. In this case, it's the Vayne. Since I do have range, I can put a big impact out on her. She's very easy for me to gank. The Lucian a little tougher. He's got a bigger dash, and the Ziggs is just kind of sitting back. The Volibear still hasn't cleared out his jungle. That slob. It's making it hard. Alright, there's Vayne. She's coming back up. Might be able to tag her and bag her here. Oh yeah. Pinch her off with our W. Try to stay on top. Can't reach her anymore with our auto, so we're going to pinch off some ults. Could have probably flashed and finished her off. Oh well. Is she actually going to hide under turret? Yeah, she actually is under turret. Man's going to shove wave in. Got her. Just going to let Riven shove that wave in on top of her. Kog'Maw, a lot of times like Twitch, you will just camp the same lane over and over. Try to soak minion wave XP, and you're going to try to soak turret plates. That's how you're going to stay relevant and carry your games. If you're not willing to take turret plates, you're not willing to camp the same lane, you have a much higher chance of dying and falling very far behind. Got my lethal tempo on full blast. Trying to stay out of turret range. Q, R. Oof. I don't think my second R would kill him there. It would have been close. We could actually win that so hard. I'm hoping Volibear steps over here. I doubt he will. Got it. We have a lot of healing off of our Ravenous Hunter as well. Get some autos on her. She has no tumble. Our minions are gonna pinch her off. I autoed and then midair flashed away. So before the auto land, the turret wasn't gonna hit me until it had connected. Even though she knew she was dead, the turret's a little slow to the game. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. Let's go ahead and clear out these 3 camps. Since we have jungle item, we have 10% life still. We should be able to heal off of it comfortably. EQ, blast it with W. And our Ravenous Hunter healing is going to start to do wonders for us. Death's Dance is a really good item to get on Kog'Maw as well. You can get 3rd or 4th item normally. I wouldn't recommend a 2nd item ever. It's very expensive and you don't quite have the attack speed or the damage to make it worth it yet. 3rd or 4th items for the Death's Dance. After jungle item, you're going to get tier 2 boots and a Nashor's or a Rage Blade. Either one's fine. Me and Volibear are tied in items. He does have boots and I don't. That's fine. I'm 2 levels up. We should be able to fight this. Riven's TP, maybe a little early. Alright, cool. We got Volibear. Oh, nice. Alright. We got a few of them. We got our ult down and our smite. Volley died. Very easy to smite it away from him. He's only level 7. That's not great. That's the downside of Kog'Maw. If you're ever in a weird situation like that, you don't have any mobility. Plus, I needed to spend my gold. I could go for Wit's End as well. That would give me a lot of healing. Wit's End is a good option. Bork's not bad. However, it's not quite as strong as Wit's End or Rage Blade is. We could also go for the Nashor's as well. I'm kind of leaning more towards Wit's End in this case. I want the extra healing. It's almost like an artificial Phantom Dancer because of the tankiness it gives you. We definitely hung around for too long. After the Dragon and kill, I greeded out. I was like, Volibear's dead. I'll go take his camps. I was greedy. I had way too much gold for that. You do have a lot of AP as well with the Ziggs and Blitzcrank to where I'll get value out of the MR on this. Rage Blade is a really strong 2nd item. Doesn't give you any kind of tankiness though. You're always going to want to take your red buffs. The enemies will typically pressure, try to invade you, so make sure you keep watch, get a ward down, so you can play around it accordingly. You can't start blue buff if you need to. You can start wolves if you need to. I've done that before. We could definitely crush Lucian. We have 2 full items and lethal tempo. You can go for Glacial Augment if you really want to. It's going to hurt your late game damage substantially. It's going to buff your ganks a little bit. Gonna get my lethal tempo on so I can fight him. Juke him out. Oh, Lucian, you're in trouble. Nice. We hurted him for our teammates. If you try to juke their abilities there, like the Lux ult, we would have ground him up. Some solid damage overall. Like I said, guys, if you do enjoy Twitch Jungle, if you want to have some fun, try Kog'Maw out. His damage is much higher early mid game. Obviously, you don't have the invisibility. Alright, I have to pull off here. But as you can see, the damage is insane with W max. It's kind of like your W is like a Twitch R that's on a very short cooldown comparatively. Don't really know where they're at, so I'm going to chill for a second. Yeah, there's Blitzcrank. Let's see where he goes. I doubt this is warded just in case, so I'm going to stand over here so he can't hook me over a wall. Yes, there he is. That's unfortunate. We chunked him down really low. We can't do anything else though. We're just going to have to relax. I'm also covering for my bot lane. If someone rotates over there, I can collapse on it really fast. Alright, we'll go punish Lucian. Ooh, actually, this is our moment. Gonna get our E down. I couldn't really follow that up. And Galio was blocking me so hard. I literally couldn't move. Galio was... Oh. It's all good, though. Our passive, we're gonna run it in and blow up. That was so unlucky. The wall, obviously, Galio wasn't intentionally trying to block us, but... we couldn't get past him. It looked like we were scripting. My character kept bouncing back and forth like that. Scripter confirmed, guys. Alright, let's get Death Stance now. We could get Rage Blade, but I'm feeling the Death Stance. Yeah, I could get tier 2 boots. We'll get these into Death Stance. You can go for tabbies if you feel like you need them. If it's a Xin jungle, Olaf, Lee Sin, that kind of thing. Tabbies for sure. Oh wow, and they quit. And that's Kog'Maw Jungle, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Go to the start of the video for the setup.